A story from the Telegraph has resurfaced from 2011, linking Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, directly to El Jefe, Jeffrey Epstein, and the reports claiming she negotiated with him to help her pay off her debts. And then in 2019, Fergie publicly expressed regret, but by then, Prince Andrew was already entangled in a court case involving Virginia Giuffre, and the prince, of course, denied it. But let's see, what are we looking at here with Sarah Ferguson and El Jefe, Jeffrey Epstein? My. Those royals, I love them so much. All right, let's look into this. Fergie, did she really accept? I assume she accepted this deal to help her pay off her debts. Have you ever seen those rumors? Like people talk about they've been in the house and there's just a bunch of tchotchkes and junk. Yeah, okay. So let's see why she chose Jeffrey to help her. Of course, all alleged for entertainment purposes only, not fact, psychic, download, snarky opinions. If you're a big fan of the royal family, Fergie or El Jefe, not a video for you. All right. Why did Fergie go to Jeff for help? She was in debt, allegedly, with a different faction, group, cartel, something that was not going to be easily paid off. It was like she took money from the wrong group of people and she needed help desperately. Like she took the loan from the wrong people and she put them, her and, look, there she is, her and Andrew, outside the palace walls. She put them into a very bad position. These two, for being divorced, seem to run themselves together into terrible situations. Regardless, she was in a unique position where she wasn't going to win this one. They might have been like taking her to the Tower of London, but in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was going to ruin her and Andrew and possibly extend elsewhere. This was super bad. So this was like next level bad from El Jefe. Oh, man. Can you imagine you're so down and out in Beverly Hills and you're like, I need help. Who can I run to? Oh, could we run to this person, that person? No, we're going to Mr. Epstein. Wow. Shady. Okay. Why did Jeffrey agree to help Fergie? What was he looking for in return? Of course, I'd love to help you, Duchess. Of course. He wants to come in like Prince Charming. He's had, at that time, I guess, battling some image problems, maybe how the royals see him. He wants to come in and save the day. See, I'm not such a cad. I'm amazing. And he wanted to get some information, more information, in case he needed it to take them down. Let me get closer into the circle. So there he is, and he's crawling in like a spider. And Fergie's like, come in, Mr. Spider. And he's like, don't mind if I do. Oh, these dummies. Okay. So he had him by the short and curly. So he's crawling in there, and he's going to get all this information that's going to make him even more powerful. Oh, and then he can slip out and go take that information wherever he needs it. Leverage it for all sorts of things. Of course. Now let's see, how much did Randy Andy, Prince Andrew, the one who can't sweat. Oh wait, he can sweat now. How much did Prince Andrew know about this deal Fergie made with El Jefe Epstein. Somewhat knew about it. Somewhat knew about it. Okay, so I don't know if he knew the deals. I don't know that Andrew knew how bad this debt was, that Fergie had the partners that she had gotten into debt with was like dangerous. I don't think he knew that. I think though in Randy Andy's dummy mind, he thought this is just another financing deal. Like, you might go to the Bank of London for a loan. We're going to the Bank of Giuffre. It's just look at it as a different way of looking for money. So I think he's there in support of telling Fergie, like, yeah, you got to get some help and repay this because he can't go to his mommy. And he's like, why don't you give a ring-a-ding-ding to Giuffre? Okay, I will. I'm going to eat a ring-ding first, Andrew. And then they call. Okay, he's an old friend. Yes, go ahead. And we'll get some equitable financing from him. We'll get it in writing to make sure we're fair. We like to take care of our debt. Okay. Andrew knew, but I don't think he knew the dangerous quality to who they owed the debt to. Okay. Let's see. I'm curious about what this was. Like the deal that Fergie made that she needed to pay off with the original group. What was that deal? She's taken money from this group and they need their money back. And what was that about? She knew she knew, this is, man, my opinion. Okay. When she approached this original group for this deal, I don't know who it is. Maybe it's out there, maybe it's not. When she approached the original group for the deal, she was already like, this is take a loan from this guy to pay some other guy. Like this was like not even... She's taking out a loan to pay another debt off. And it's almost like I don't have a choice. I have to do this, and I'm gonna rob Peter to pay Paul, okay? And whoever else, she's like the other person, right? They're threatening to expose Fergie and Andrew for all of their terrible things they do in life. And she's here like trying to stave off the inevitable exposure that seems to be coming down the railway. And knowing that this puts a fork in both of them. They're done. Nobody's going to want anything to do with them if they are exposed. Many people seem to have Fergie and Andrew's secrets. And so now this is, I'm really in a pickle. She probably ate 12. But she was in a pickle. Don't make fun of Fergie for her problems with eating. She's trash. Let's... stop. All right. So let's see. Did El Jefe, did he call in a favor later? Did he call in a favor later with Fergie? Like, you remember when I loaned you that money so these people wouldn't, take you out back and shoot you? Yeah. I need a favor. Did he get a favor? I don't know that he cashed in on his favor yet. I don't think he cashed in that favor. He was holding on to that. That was like prime. In the future, when shit's hitting the fan, I'm going to call on you. That's what the favor was. So it wasn't like calling it in any time that we're aware of. Yeah, there's this idea here of like anytime I'm going to need to like get away and I'm going to need to like lay low and wait for the heat to die down, and I need to just escape for a while, I might, if the heat gets too hot. So that was what he was planning on calling in as his favor. My. Let's see if anyone else in the royal family took a loan from Epstein. Who else do we have? We have Charles, we have Anne, and we have Eddie. Let's go with Charles, Anne, and Eddie. Did they take loans from Epstein? Charles. Oop. I don't think so. Charles didn't take a loan from... Not Eddie. Oh, Charles didn't take a loan from Epstein. Eddie's his brother. Anne. Nope. Anne didn't take a loan from Epstein. Eddie. I like how Eddie comes up as the Empress. He has some other deal with Epstein. Oh my. What have you been up to? He did something. I'm not saying it's major, but I think Edward has some... I think that's his name. The youngest son. The theater kid. Well, Charles was a theater kid too. You know what I'm saying? The younger one was Sophie. That everybody's so enamored with. Like, yeah, okay. Anyhow, he had some interaction with Jeff. Not alone. There's no pentacles here. Not alone. There's some going on there. Oh my, I'm so curious. Okay. My. Let's see if Fergie now is currently out of trouble. Like, has she settled all her debts once and for all? Or are they still going to be in deep doo-doo? It seemed like they still had financial problems, but let's see if Fergie's finally, majority-wise, settled the dangerous debts. That's how we'll frame it, the dangerous debts. Okay. Looks like she has, and it's been at great cost to her emotionally. And this still can come back up to bite her in the ass later. This still can come back and, like, so maybe financially, those dangerous debts are done. However, the blackmail, the information, the stuff that can be used against her and Randy Andy, that is still there and still available to be exposed to the public in some type of show. Whether that show is the news or, who knows? I don't know. Downton Abbey, the Down and Dirty edition. I don't know, but this can still be used. Like, the information's out there. Should someone want to seek it, grab it, use it, no problemo. Because she's already exposed them to this. Do I feel sorry for him? No. All right. Until next time. Adios.